everyone, happy Friday. Thanks for joining me tonight. It is Finish Friday, where the first Friday of the month we break out a project we haven't worked on in a while and we spend an hour on that. And tonight it's the Swan embroidery. So this is our Swan embroidery that I have been hand stitching, hand quilting around, and I want to turn this into a zipper pouch. Kind of similar to this guy, but we're going to do a few different things with it. And I thought we'd make some progress on some slow hand quilting on this tonight. So thanks for joining me. My name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we make cute embroidery kits for beginners. And I'm here every weeknight, Monday through Friday at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. All right, so let's get working on this Swan embroidery. Hello everyone! So it's been a while since we have worked on this guy. I'm going to get right down into it. We have these, I think they're called Q clips. Let me know if you guys recognize these. I haven't used them in a while, but we're going to use this to frame our piece, and then I will be hand stitching around and around. You can kind of see in the light all of my hand quilt stitches. We're just going around and around our swan embroidery here until we get to like these blue lines that I put on. So this is kind of my bag outside, presumably. So that's my plan. So a few more rounds and we'll basically be done with the front. And that's probably where we'll get tonight, just working on the front. I'm just kind of reassessing this project again. So this is my project bag for it. I always keep everything together for a project, so I know where I left off, and I can see what's I got all my stuff right in there. I'm already noticing that I have notes, like that I have a couple lines on here, and it says use outer lines. So I'm thanking my past self for telling me that. And scallops on back, question mark. So we must have thought that like some scallops on the back of this piece would be kind of pretty. Oh, Q-snaps. So they are called Q-snaps. That's what's stuck in my head. So Nuts is saying Q-snaps are awesome. I really love them. I haven't used them too much. I've been using them really exclusively on this hand quilted piece. So I do have some more white for the background with some batting, so we can kind of make the same feel for the back of this bag. Obviously I won't get to that tonight, but it is with my project. And this is the project bag, so let's see. Okay, so I got a scissors. I always throw in a scissors in my project, so I know that I have everything. I have my quilting thimble, the thread that I've been using, and needles. Okay, what else? Oh, and then I have some extra needles and extra thread, it looks like, in here. So this is just all my hand quilting stuff kind of in the same place. But I also put this zipper in here, so we must have thought, oh hey, this zipper would look nice. This is like some fun, fancy, polka-dotted zipper that I got at some point, and it's just the right size, really, for this. And those dots are really pretty. This is almost a zipper that you want to see as much as possible on the outside. Maybe we'll even stitch it right to the outside. That'd be kind of fun. But again, this is for later, but I have it with the project still, so I know what I'm doing for later. Okay, so for now, let's get this in the Q-snaps here and see how we do. So it's basically like a PVC pipe with a clamp around it, and it holds the fabric down in like a square position. You can use this with embroidery too. I like it because I can keep the fabric securely here and have a big workspace, but I can also make it kind of loose in here because I'm going to want, for this hand quilting, I'm going to want it kind of loose. And I'm totally a novice at hand quilting, so I always feel like I have to relearn everything every time I do this, so bear with me. We'll get a few more stitches on here. My stitches always start off really big and clunky, and then by the end of the hour, I get them more small and even. So this is definitely a learning project for me. So all right, I'm gonna stick this underneath here. Oh, Marie says your embroidered zipper pouch or embroidered scissors zipper or pouch is awesome. It's so nice that you use it. I do. I can never have enough project bags, and like I said, this is the bag for this project. So everything here, except for like the Q snaps, I put in here, and then when I take it out, I know that everything is right in there. This is also a good reminder because I'm making something pretty similar here. It's not going to have all this machine quilting, and then we're kind of changing it to have an arc here, but the base will be similar. I don't know if we'll sew it the same way. Like we did this kind of special. We sewed it with like some bias tape just to cover the seams on the inside. I hadn't really done that style of bag before, so that was kind of fun. I might do just a more traditional way of sewing this together. Like maybe I'll pick a lining out and we'll put like a real lining in there as well. But yep, I definitely am getting use out of out of this as my project bag for sure. All right. Oh, hi Jennifer. Glad you could stop in. Oh, Libby says I love the zipper. Yes, I acquired that zipper, I think at a quilt show or something, and I just thought it was so cute, and it's just been sitting in my supplies for a someday project, and I've been getting a whole lot better at using up those things for the someday projects now. So I'm keeping this rather loose in here. You can see the looseness will make it easier to go in and out with my quilting later. So I am trying to keep this as loose as possible. But yeah, so these just clamp over these. Get in there. And it can clamp over all the batting and 2 layers of fabric, so it's nice for hand quilting. Okay, there we are. A little bit of muscle. Oh, I kind of want this to be a little looser. I'm just going to kind of push down a little bit. Or actually, I'm just going to rotate it in a little bit. Maybe that'll make it looser. All right, there we go. We got kind of a lot of give to this. Definitely more than I would typically use with just embroidery, but I found that the looser I can get it in here, the easier it's been for me to do this hand stitching. And I think, like I said, my stitches always end up big and weird at the beginning, but I think, I get practice over the hour, and then I think I always found that I end up with my piece looser at the end than the beginning because it just got easier. All right, so let's see what we got here. The other kind of specialty tool besides the Q-snaps that I'll be using tonight, well, actually all of these are way more specialty than my typical thing. I got all of these from the Thimble Lady, and I believe it's thethimblelady.com. So I have needles. Looks like I must have just I keep them right in here, it looks like. There's several, but I must put them back afterwards because I don't see it anywhere else. I don't have a needle stuck on here or anything. Well, that's, again, past self is helping me out by making sure I don't stab myself. Ooh, I'm still holding 2 there. All right, so I got a little hand quilting needle. It is super duper sharp and really thin, and that'll help go through all these layers of fabric, and it's just in this little tin here. I basically went on what this Thimble Lady, the website and the videos were going by. So I got those supplies. I think I basically splurged on this stuff. Was it last year or 2 years ago for my birthday? I kind of got a few of these items here because I really wanted to dig into hand quilting. So all right, that's all that's in that bag. So I'm presuming that that's all I was using on this project. So here's the thimble that I'm using. It's a little bit different than a normal thimble because I can stick my finger all the way through. And it's only got holes on one side, but they're deeper than a normal thimble. So no matter what angle I'm at, I can kind of get in there. And what's nice is that instead of let's get a different thimble here. So here's a normal thimble. Usually you'd have to bend your finger a lot like this to push the needle through right here. Whereas one of these thimbles, I can push on the side like this. So I'm not going like this, I'm going like this, so it doesn't cramp up my hand as much either. So that's the real benefit to this style. At least that's what I think. And then I have a little silicone thimble as well. This is just to help me pull the needle through if I get so many stitches that it's hard to pull through. All right, so this is going to be put to the side, and this is some strong hand stitching thread, and I believe I'm only using one strand. Yeah, that's just one strand. So let's get a little bit here. Ooh, relearning how to do this every time. All right, so yeah, let's keep it short. This is short, right? Let's do that. So this is, I think, just like a nice, I'm presuming like 100% cotton thread, but it feels really strong, like a nice, like for canvas or something almost. So it was recommended on here. So I'm gonna just tie it in one single. Well, let's do like two, like a little knot here, and we're gonna pop this knot through to the back. I think that's the plan. Oh, Patty says, I only use my nails to hand quilt, have poked a hole in them before, LOL. Yeah, I've done that before too, like with embroidery, or if I'm stitching something, just like stick my fingernail there, and I've had that feeling of it almost going through too. I'm like, this is a bad idea. But I'm not very adept at thimbles. Through the first Splendid Sampler, and I think some of the second Splendid Sampler project, I've been trying to use it more just to get more comfortable with it. And then I got all excited about this particular thimble and hand quilting. So we're going to give that a try now. I'm going to remove this pin. I don't think I need that anymore. I should really put a few pins in here too, because I'm going to need them for the back of the embroidery. I think I'm going to. Before I'm done putting this project away, I'm going to put a few more of these curved safety pins in this little bag for when I use the back. Because then I know I can just grab this and I'll have everything, even the pins. So I'm not even going to put those away. We're going to keep them with this project. Okay. I'm like totally lost my needle here. All right, I'm going to come down now so you guys can see a little bit closer. All right, so let's just kind of give this a go, I suppose. All right, so I think how we began, and I think I'm going to try and use, I've been trying to use my fourth finger, but that's just so unnatural. We're going to give it a try, though. All right, so it looks like I kind of left off here, and we're just kind of going around and around the outside of this shape. I don't know if I'm going to go... Well, yeah, I can go into the bottom here. I definitely do not want to go past my blue lines because those are my cut lines. Really, I kind of want to stay maybe a 1/4 inch away from them in general because, you know, we'll have a seam allowance here. So I think I'll just keep an eye out. We're almost to the top here. Like maybe we'll only get like, I don't know, maybe even just one more row on here. And then we'll just kind of fill in the gaps. So we might just be kind of gap filling today. We'll see. All right, so I think I kind of come up farther away, if I remember right, and then come up where I want to start. Okay, and then we're just gonna, my knot's right there. I'm gonna just kind of pop that through. So just gonna kind of yank on it, and you hear that pop. So pop through that part of the fabric, and now we're there. Okay. Ooh, let's give this a try again. It's been a long time. Oh yes, Marie, this is the thimble from the Thimble Lady. So it's actually pretty interesting. I think I have this SM. So I have the small one. There's a measurement tool on to get it sized right for you. So I'm actually surprised how much further down on my finger it goes on my ring finger than my middle finger. I think I got it for my middle finger, so I think this is kind of where it should be, but we'll see. I just kind of liked pulling it through with that finger, so I don't know. We'll see. For now, I'm going to try and start on the fourth finger and see what happens. It's kind of like jewelry, though. I love it. Remember the rocking motion of the quilting and you're good to go. Yep. Oh, Penny said, I read before that 10 stitches an inch, you were considered a master quilter. Yeah, I got maybe 5. It's closer to 4, really. All right, so I'm going to rock up, get my first stitch, and then go down, and then immediately I'm going to come back up. Ooh, see, yeah, this is where I already feel like I need the thimble right here. There we go. Up, oops, got to aim it upward a little bit more. Okay, and then down and up right away. I kind of think I'm not quite loose enough in here. Okay, this is just going to be a giant stitch. We're just getting started. We'll give it a go. Ugh, see, now I feel like I need my middle finger to help push it through. Ooh, I might actually loosen it in these Q-snaps some more. I feel like I'm not loose enough in here. So I'm just going to push on it a little bit. Like, I thought it was really loose, but I guess not. There we go. There, we got more floppiness in there. Gretchen says, you got this. Good. I'm going to get there. I'm going to get there tonight. You'll see. It'll start off kind of crazy and get better and better. Hopefully. That's the plan. So straight down, and you know, my finger is on the other side, and the moment I feel it go through, I'm coming back up. So down, and the moment I feel it through, coming back up again. Ooh, I'm not sure that one made it all the way. So in theory, you get really nice, consistent, small stitches next to each other. Mine are not very consistent or small yet, and I got a knot in here already. There we go. And I'm sure those master hand quilters could get like a zillion stitches on their needle before pulling it through too. Let's try that again. Oh, this is gonna give me so much trouble for like a half hour, and then I'll start enjoying myself, I think. That's kind of how it's been in the past. Let's just do 2 stitches. We're going around this curve, so it's harder to put a lot of stitches on the needle. We'll have to peek at the back soon, too. This does get to like a zen state eventually, though, like where you just feel totally relaxed. Oh, Catherine says I use a band-aid on the end of my finger to make it snugger. So on the thimble finger, or mine's pretty tight right now. But oh, if I did it on my fourth finger, I could have a band-aid there, and then it'd probably be in the same position as this one. Ooh, that one felt good. Getting the little rocking motion in. Oops. So that series is still, they're still a little far apart, but that one felt good. So, all right, I think I had this guy on this finger. Extra thimble-y today. And this helped me pull the needle through. Oh, I'm so happy to be working on this again. Gretchen says I'm obsessed with hand quilting. Oh, Patty says I find it easier to quilt towards me. Okay, let's give that a try. Let's go like this. I need all the tricks. So if you got them, let me have them. Ooh, that does feel good. It does feel good. Okay. I like it. Patty, I like it. Stitching towards me. I feel like I can see what I'm doing a little bit better too. Okay, this silicone finger definitely is helping me pull through, although I lost it a little bit there. Gotta get repositioned with my third finger. Whenever I switch to a smaller needle from my embroidery needle, I feel like totally discombobulated, like I keep dropping it everywhere. I'm just so used to that big embroidery needle. Oop, a little too far on that stitch. But you can see my finger is going like this. I'm not having to go like that. I mean, I can immediately feel that go down the center of my hand and get tightened. All right. Ugh, but I love like just the bumpy textured look that this gives a piece. I would love to get good at this. Like I can feel that this is a type of craft, like knitting or crochet or something, that just appeals to my just non-thinking. Like I don't have to think, I just have to follow that outside line, you know? There's no decision making having to be made. Whereas even like with embroidery, I feel like you still have to decide like where you're going to stitch next or what color or whatever, even if it's all predetermined, but I still feel like there's decision making. Whereas like with knitting or crochet, you know, you got to do 50 rows of the same thing or whatever. And this too, I feel like just going around and around. All right, take a look at that. That's looking a lot nicer. We're getting it. I think this going towards, yeah, that's great. I'm loving that. So really liking that direction change. It's just, you know, I'm so used to embroidering just the way I embroider and never thought about embroidering towards me, so never thought about it for this either. Oh yeah, we're feeling good. All right, I'm gonna just do 2 there because I gotta kind of turn. We're almost done with our thread already too. Jeez, this is just something I gotta do more than every couple months for an hour. This is literally 1 hour every like 6 months we've been working on this, something crazy like that. All right, let's pull that through. All right, I think this is going to be my last little bout because this thread's getting annoying. All right, that one felt good. That one felt like I relaxed into it. Yeah, I think I'm going to stop it here. So I think, let's see, I'm going to just take all this off to maneuver this knot. So I think you want to make a knot that's a little further away than like your the length of like a stitch. So I'm just kind of holding the knot there. There we go, that looks good. So, so you can see I got a little bit and then the knot. So now I'm going to just kind of make that last stitch, but not go all the way through, and just kind of come through the fabric somewhere like that. And we're going to pop that knot through again. There we go. Hear that pop? and then we'll just cut that away. I think that's really all there is to that. All right, we scooched quite along there. All right, let's get a new bit of thread. Yeah, and really, I don't think I'm gonna go any higher here, because here's this arc. You know, I'm kind of going in the center of that. I might come back and add little bits here and there, but yeah, so we'll make it, I'm not even sure I want to do any on the bottom. Might just leave that kind of blank. Maybe that's kind of weird. We'll go like one more round down here too, kind of like how we did up here. Right here though, I think we're probably as far as we need to go. So we could just go to here and then just go back and forth to fill this shape a little bit, come back the other way or something. Yeah, so I think I'm almost done going around and around. Like by the time I get here, we'll go around, you know, here and then stop here, and then I'll just go and fill in all the areas. Ooh, I like that. That feels like progress. All right, let's thread this guy. All right, let's get about the same amount. I love just keeping a scissors with the project. I know then I can just grab this project and have everything. I love it. Okay, let's get our gear on again. Oh, let's start with this knot though. I'll wait to get the gear on after the knot. Okay, a little knot at the end. Let's kind of go through the top here and pop up at the start of the next stitch. Ooh, we should also kind of peek at the back, see how I'm doing on the stitches on the back. Let's do that first. Oh, all right. There we go. Pop it through. All right, I do want to peek at the back. Ugh, I just think it's so pretty on the back too. Yeah, ooh, that one I didn't get very well, but it's not horrible. Ooh, this is where I started. I should have maybe done that a little bit differently, but fun. It's fun on the back too. I just love all those little dots in there. It'd be fun to do this on like a large quilt, because I don't know if you're going to see the back of this, because I think I'm probably going to put a lining in, just so I can protect the inside stitches a little bit. I don't know. That's down the road. I don't need to decide that quite yet. Okay. Let's get back at it. Oh yeah, I like coming towards me here. Okay. Ooh, a little too much. One thing I have learned from previous times is like the second I feel just the tiniest tip on the other side, come back up right away. Because if not, it'll be like a huge stitch. And I want to go like full vertical if I can. So I'm going like straight up and down. All right, now this one's pretty tight. Oh, that was easy though. I was thinking that one would be tough to pull through. Okay. Oops, that was kind of big, but I'm keeping it. Straight down. In theory, I want to be straight up here, but that's a little difficult. And, you know, good quilters can just do this rocking motion over and over and over again super easily. Same with the top. If you let it touch your thumb, then go back down. Okay, hold on. Same with the top. If you let it touch your thumb, oh, like this. The moment I feel it, oh, jeez. The moment I feel it, then I can go down. Okay, I understand. All right, so straight down, feel it, and then straight up, and touch my thumb, then straight down. Ooh, I think we need looser fabric again. Then up. Those are looking nice. Man, so this is about an inch, so 10 stitches on there for like a master quilter. Wow, that's crazy impressive. Okay, we're gonna get to this kind of join here, and I'm taking a long time to recover. Like, there we go. Touching the thumb, touching the finger, touching the thumb, touching the finger. Ooh, I like it. Like my recovery time to, as I pull it through and start the next stitches, I'm sure that would get better with practice. Ooh, I like that. Touch the thumb, finger, thumb, finger, underneath, thumb. Alright, stitches are getting smaller by doing that. I have to practice consistency. All of it's practice. I never just really sit and enjoy anything. It's just, I always have to try and get better and learn and be like, ooh, okay, I'm having trouble with this. There's got to be a trick. That's why I like doing this stuff with you guys, because you're always, a lot of you guys are always so smart on stuff. Or, you know, we all have different experience with different crafts and different levels. So it's just awesome to get together and share that. Ooh, look at them small stitches. Okay, this going towards me, though, that's the jam. I do like that. Man, whenever I work on this, though, this is all I want to do. Like, I feel like I need a giant project with hand stitching, but I don't want to start another giant project. I mean, this has a lot to do, because we got to do the whole back of it yet, too, but man, I don't know, that's what I love about Finish It Friday, though. Like, I feel like it jumpstarts me actually working on projects some more and finishing it up. Oh, on that note, we actually have this Swan as a kit now. This was our first ever embroidery of the month, and when we designed all the new kits, we decided to bring it back. It's one of my favorites. That kind of sparked the... Jenna suggested this yesterday, that like, hey, you could work on what about that Swan for Finish It Friday? And I'm like, oh yeah, my hand-quilted Swan. I gotta get that guy out again. Okay, check out those stitches. Those are some tiny baby stitches. And they're looking okay as far as consistency goes. Funny. Okay, see, I just, like, once I get into it takes me 20 minutes. Give me 20 minutes, or I guess a half hour. And then things start going smoothly. Look, we're getting some speed. I like this whole thumb feeling thing. There, take that, master quilter. Got 4 on there. 4 out of the 10, right? Gretchen says, pretty, see you're back in the saddle again. Yeah, this is fun, but seriously, I get, once it starts working again, like once I start getting the hang of it again, although now these stitches are huge, I just always are like, man, let's just do this for the next 3 weeks, this is fun. I get really into it. And I'm doing fine right now with the, oops, shoot, spoke too soon, with the thimble on my middle finger, and not dealing with my 4th finger at all, which is nice, because that thing doesn't work very well. 3rd finger and index finger, they're the ones that do the work. I think it's just so pretty, though. I like wearing them. She actually, the thimble lady, she has a necklace. I love the idea, but I don't know. If I really get into hand quilting, she has a necklace that you put your thimble in to store, and then your thimble's just always with you because it's part of this necklace. I'm like, yeah, I'm not that invested yet, but I love the idea that someday I'll need that necklace. So I always have my thimble on me. I like that thought. Oh, Patty says they only put about 3 to 4 stitches on at a time, not 10 at once. That would be too hard. Okay, that makes sense. Just the 10 stitches per inch, so they're still making teeny tiny baby stitches for sure. That's fun. That's neat. Okay. Oops, I think I'm gotta rack a little bit more here. All right, let's turn. Especially with, you know, curves. I mean, because you can really only go in a straight line, right? You can maybe kind of bend a little bit, but not much. So you gotta kind of assess your straight line. So I'm getting pretty close here. I don't want to get any closer. So this will be the end of this spot. Yeah, I think we'll go down here yet. I don't mind so much if I sew through some of these, even though I'm trying to stay outside the sewing zone. I just definitely don't want to cut into them. And we're almost out of thread again, which will be good. Maybe it'll be just the perfect place to stop right at the bottom here. Ooh, and I can tell this fabric's a lot tighter on the edge here. It's harder to rock back and forth than in the middle, close to the middle. Okay, pull. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go like, because like right here, I'm really close to the edge. I think I'm gonna go right to here, like one more thing here, and we'll stop this little piece of floss. Actually, I think I gotta get closer to the end. Ugh, I'm tangled. All right. Or maybe we'll just get a little closer to this last row. That's what we'll do. Okay, that's enough. Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna make it past that spot, and we'll get a new thread going here. Ugh. Okay, that stitch was huge. We're doing that one over. There we are. This is actually kind of a tight curve here. All right, that's it. I'm out of thread, so let's... I could leave that on, but I'm already awkward enough. Let's just get this pulled through and this little knot tied. Kind of holding that knot in place. There we go. It's a little bit of ways from what our last stitch would be. So I'm just gonna come through a little bit. Let's pop that knot. There we go. Okay. We made it a lap around this. So, all right, so now I think let's peek at the back. That's always fun. Okay. I started here. Okay, this is my last kind of bit of stitching on this side. So dang, look, we had some nice ones up here. Those were the ones right there. That was a good little segment right there. Okay, that makes me happy. Okay, so let's look at this again. So next up, so we left off here, so I'm going to still continue there. Let's just kind of bump in the bottom here, and then I'm going to go right to here, and then I think I'm stopping, because we'll sew it right here. Actually, if we sew it right here, we might still want to see it go around near the edge, won't we? It'd be weird if I just stopped, I think. Unless I got wide enough. If I was wide enough, like if I went to here, it would make sense that I would just stop and I'd pick it back up there. So that's probably what I'm going to shoot for. So we'll go around the bottom. I think it'll be my last little bit on the bottom here. Come up here, probably my last bit at this corner too. We'll go here, and then I'll probably have to just stitch like one more little blip here and then start fresh somewhere. we could probably do the last little bit here too, potentially. Or we could just go up here. Will I go here anymore? Probably not. So here we just go droop, droop, and then just fill in this area too. So that's probably not that much either. Okay, I think I got enough of a plan for at least to last another thing of thread. I had to match my nail polish to this project today. I finally got rid of all my old nail polish, and I bought 4 new colors. So I have all fresh new nail polish. Ugh, I gotta recut this. So I'm pretty excited about that. I should have brought one of our new needle threaders home. That would have helped with this. Actually, this eye is so small. Oh, the needle threader would have still fit through. There we go. Ugh, this project just always makes me happy. Yeah, because I don't need to go around that much. All my nail polish was getting a bit gunky, and the colors were like, it's old nail polish. Like, all of it was old. I was trying to gradually go through it all to kind of use it all up, and I've used up till it was unusable, like 2 of the bottles, and the last one I've been wearing that gray. That bottle was basically done. It just gets too goopy. So this is, after that, I didn't really have anything else that I would want to wear, and it was all super old and goopy too. So I finally got rid of it all, and I got fresh new colors. So that made me feel good. That was a little exciting thing for the win. Oh, do I know how the bag will be used? I have no idea whatsoever. I kind of just like making them, although they do end up being used, like, they get used for other projects, so, maybe it'll be used for another one of these. I'd love to, I don't know why did this pop in my head, but I'm like, oh, this could be for a new knitting project or something, and then I'm like, why am I thinking about another knitting project? I don't need a new knitting project. I don't know what I'm thinking, but that popped in my head, so maybe this will be a knitting project. Who knows? I could see a beautiful little ball of yarn in here and my knitting needles that I like. I could see that this being used for that. But no, there's no destination for this yet. I kind of don't want to use it for everyday wear because I don't want to use it for a makeup bag or something like that because it's white and I want it to stay relatively clean and pretty and sweet. These look like big ripples, kind of. It's like an extension of these ripples. Ugh. We'll have to stitch this one again, maybe too. I just really do like this Swan design, and now it's available as the kit, so it'd be fun to stitch all of our kits again. Do a lot more embroidery stuff. That'd be neat. Okay, don't feel like it's getting all the way through. That's gotta be my last stitch here. Okay. Alright, let's go this way. So I don't have this drawn out on the back. My plan is to just, I guess my plan is to cut what I was going to say is my plan is just to cut both of them out at the same time, but then I won't know where to stitch. So I might actually just cut this out and leave the edges raw and just, put it away so it's protected, and then trace the outline after I cut it onto the back piece, and then I'll know, my boundaries to stitch. 'cause I like the idea of doing this scalloped edges. I think it kind of, or like the scallops that like shift like a brickwork, but they're scallops. I think that, you know, really traditional pattern would be pretty, first of all, pretty as hand stitching and kind of go with this look, like with the swan and everything. I think that fits. Okay, this thumb touch, finger touch thing, that's nice. Get it. Ooh, it doesn't want to go down. There we go. That was maybe one stitch too many for me. Ooh, nice, Sylvia. She said, I think I successfully knitted / attached a new color to my mitered square. For knitting, so like you're making a mitered square knit. That's awesome. There are so many cute patterns that you pick up stitches on the edge of the knit. And I haven't really done that before. I had to do that with the sheep quilt that I just finished. Uh-oh. Ah, broke my needle there. Okay, let's push it through. I guess that's why you get a whole pile of them at once. Okay. Oh, I don't need to push it through. I just need to get it out of there. Because it's not attached to fabric anymore. Or to thread anymore. Come on, guy. Almost got him. There we go. Oh, there we go. A little broken needle. Let's get that out of the way. Oh, you know what? I was like, oh, I gotta put tape around this, but no, I have a special, my container of sharps, basically. Let's throw it in there right away. Good riddance, needle. All right. One day this will be filled with tons of machine needles and whatever else. Okay, let's grab another needle. That's why this comes with, 26 needles. So I think they're thinking that's gonna happen. So this, I'm just noticing Australia on here. This did take a while to get to me because it was coming from Australia, the Thimble Lady stuff. But all these supplies came from, it's thethimblelady.com, I believe, not just Thimble Lady. But if you Google, oh yeah, oh, maybe it is Thimble Lady. So, thimblelady.com. So if you check that out, let me know. I'd love to hear if any of you guys grab one of these thimbles or any of these supplies. Okay. I'd like to, I think, go tonight till I finish this thread. There we go. Back at it. Get the gear on. This I find super helpful too. And I think we tested it last time we did this. Like, is it nicer on my thumb or pointer finger, or on both? And I think overall I got it worked fine with just on one, and I liked my thumb being free of it. So this is the setup right here, and the cute pink nails. That's the setup. You gotta have those three things for this to work. Okay. Down. That knocking is me. I keep hitting this. The cue snaps onto the table here. This would be nice if it was in a frame. But I like being able to move it around like this so it's always towards me. Ugh, I find this project completely relaxing. I'm always like a little, not stressed, but like just like, oh, I can't get this again right at the beginning of it, and then after that half hour, it's like my favoriteest thing. I mean, it's definitely a project that I wouldn't want to do under a timeline, that's for sure. But just to chill and relax, this is nice. I mean, this going vertical back and forth and loading up all these stitches, I mean, it's understandable that that needle busted. It's kind of taking a lot. Oops. Touch. But yeah, I was going to go a little wider here so that I'd end up kind of like here, and I wouldn't have to follow through. Okay, let's stay wide. Yeah, that feels like enough. This series is feeling good. That felt good. That just felt like it rocked back and forth, did its thing. Okay, so I'm going to, I guess about right there. I did get a lot wider than I thought there, but I think that's fine. I get wider in some other places too. So, all right, so that's gonna stop right here, because this is where we're going to sew, basically. And then we'll continue the line up here visually, but I think right now I'm going to come back. I really only think I need like a couple stitches right here. Or maybe I'll go on the inside here and then, I don't know, I guess come back this way maybe? Or fill in, I don't know, I guess we're just filling in spaces now. So let's start by kind of finishing our last stitch and then like traveling down, you know, to the next spot, I suppose. There we go, like there. All right, let's fill in some of those spaces. Oops. There we are. Coming back this way, I haven't gone in this direction yet. I think I'm kind of holding my breath while I do this. That's probably not the best thing. That's kind of a weird angle too, but this is way at the bottom corner. Oh, was I not? I don't think I was connected to the thread. Let's try that again. Oh, Marie says, I just received a thimble from the Fat Quarter Shop. It's one that has a thimble for your index finger and a thimble for your thumb. It's silicone in all one piece. Oh, interesting. I haven't seen those before. I mean, not that I would. I don't see. I'm not in the market for thimbles all the time. That's really interesting. I hope. Or let me know how that works for you and what you use it for. I'm kind of curious. Oh, So Nuts says I ordered a thimble from the thimble lady. Okay, I can't do this with these things on. That's awesome. I hope you really like it. I do find it so much easier, and it's just this motion versus this motion that is really, I think, a big difference. Cool. You'll have to let me know what you think of it. All right, stuff back on. I just feel special putting it on every single time. It's also not completely round. It's oval shape, so it kind of stays in place. Finger shaped. All right, well, I get a second chance to maybe not to go at a better angle now. Oh God, these are big stitches, but oh well. We'll get in the groove again. Okay, I'm not going to worry about this little bit there. So I'm just going to kind of, I think I'll probably go to like here, and then maybe I'll do one more little swipe over here. And then that bottom corner will be done for sure. Oops, all right, let's get that back. Up and down and up and down. Ah, stabbed myself a little bit on the back. All right, I feel like my stitches are getting worse and worse now, so, well, we just kind of started up again. But I'm thinking, probably getting to close to where we should call it for the night. If I'm losing the feel of it. I think I'm just not getting vertical enough. There. Oh, I'm almost out of thread. So I'll go to here, and then I'll come back and do this little bit there, and then we'll call it a night. I think that'll get us. I think that's probably enough right here. So I think I might just tie this in the knot, and I'm not sure I have enough thread to get back over there. But it's kind of a big jump to get back over there, so I'm going to at least tie this in the knot so I know that this part is secure, and then we'll try and see if I have enough for the rest of that little part. Okay, let's get that last little stitch in, like right here, and then I'm going to kind of just travel back, let's say about there, and we'll get a few more stitches in. But I'll know this one's secure because we got that knot there. Yep, I'm just going to get like 4 little stitches there, and we'll call it an evening. That pretty good, so I think that's that. Let's get our last little knot, and then let's just check this out, see how we did here tonight. Okay, this is that ender knot again. Tying that knot about a stitch length away, or a little over. There we go. So we can make our last stitch and then pop it through. I don't want to pop it through the cut line either, so I'm going to come up here. There we go. And then I'll put this little needle back into that foil for next time. But okay, there we are. I think we made a lot of progress. We got all the way to the end here. We've filled this bottom shape, you know, to where our cut line is. Yeah, we can't go around anymore. Now it's just, we got that shape to fill, maybe just a tiny blip there, and then this upper corner. I mean, that we're going to have to do at least, 2 rows maybe. 2 rows is probably plenty. And same over here. We got a little bit of some bloops to draw on here. But dang, we are getting there. We are almost done with this front, and I think it's just going to be so sweet. We'll get this cute zipper on that totally matches. But yeah, so we actually have to make a whole nother side to this, obviously. So I have that fabric on deck. So we'll get there eventually, but we'll get there soon. Let's just peek at the back again. Yeah, coming together. I like it. So there we go. This will come out of the Q snaps, and it'll get folded up, put back into this guy for another day. But we got another hour on it for this Finish It Friday. Okay, so I'm really happy we worked on this again. I'm super happy with my progress. I just love how the hand quilting hits the light. It just feels so textural, and just like a lot of love went into it, which it did for sure. So I'm really happy with it. So thanks again, guys, for definitely all the tips tonight. That was very helpful, and I feel like I learned something every time I do something new here, which is awesome. I love that. That's the best feeling. It's another little magic trick to stick in your bucket of magic tricks. But all right, you guys, thank you so much again for working on this with me. I do have the scissors, the fabric scissors, and the Swan are both kits now at penguinandfish.com. I did put a link to the Swan one if you're interested in working on that. The Thimble Lady, thimblelady.com is where I got all the supplies tonight. Except for the Q snaps. I think I just got that from Amazon. Q snaps, that's what I used for the frame here. And then I'm just using some batting and some fabric that I had. And yeah, so have a wonderful weekend, you guys. And I'll keep you updated on next week. I will be visiting family, so it'll probably just be on YouTube for a good portion of the week, but I'll let you know that over the weekend here. So thank you guys again. Lovely seeing you, lovely hanging out. I'll see you next week. Good night.